I always knew I wasn't what they called wife material. I wasn't the type of woman who kneels every time her husband sneezes. I didn't wake up at 4 a.m. to fry stew for the week or tie double wrappers to pound yam like I was in a Nollywood audition. No, I was raised with sense and sarcasm, not submission. Still, when I married Dozie, his people celebrated me like I was the coming of the first full moon of the year. Even his mother, Mama Nkechi, hugged me tight at our traditional wedding in Nnewi and said, "My daughter, make my son happy and you've made me happy." I nodded, smiled, hugged her back. But inside, we were reading each other's spiritual temperature because deep down, we both knew we were not friends, not even close. She had the presence of a village lioness. I had the mouth of a Lagos babe, raised on sarcasm and spicy pepper. We're both alphas, women used to controlling space, now forced to share one kitchen, one son, and one silent war. Dozie and I, we had our version of love. Oh. It wasn't sweet and soft. It was firewood heat, stubbornness, fighting, laughter, and reconciliation under bed sheets. One time during our dating days, he said my wig was ugly like a road worker's helmet. So I tied him to the fridge with an extension wire and taped his mouth shut for 2 hours. He forgave me. Another time, I spent 100k from his account without asking. He kicked me out for one night. The next day, we were sharing nkwobi and laughing. We were like bitter leaf soup and goat meat. Wild, but somehow it worked. So when he came home one evening unbuttoning his shirt and casually said, "My mother is coming to stay with us for a while," I smiled politely. Inside, I screamed in italics. She arrived from Nnewi the following week. I went to pick her up at Jubo. She came from that Nnewi bus like a relocated queen, wrapper tightly tied, double blouse, black rubber sandals, and a giant handbag that clearly survived civil war. She dragged 2 Ghana must-go bags behind her and carried a polythene bag of dried okporoko in one hand. 2 live chickens, clocked in a cage, she balanced on her lap inside the car. "Mwam," she said, eyes scanning Lagos like it insulted her. "This your city, it smells like generator smoke and confusion." "It's not easy, Mama, but you get used to it." God forbid. As we approached 10 mainland bridge, the wind slapped her scarf off. She held the door handle tightly and said, "Nah, we on top of the water." "Yes, Mama, it's a bridge now. You passed one from Onitsha to Fiakwa. If I fall inside now, who will bury me? You?" I nodded silently, face turned to the window so she wouldn't see me laughing. That woman's mouth could peel yam. At our flat in Surulere, she stepped inside like a real landlady. She didn't comment, just scanned the parlor like someone inspecting tenant property. Then she sat down heavily on the armchair and hissed. It's small, but manageable." I offered her malt and water. She took the water and left the malt untouched. That night, I made ogbono soup and semo. She ate twice, washed her hands, and looked at the food. They said, "Where's the uziza and the bitter leaf? Is this children's food?" I smiled. Dozie came back late, exhausted from work, but the moment he saw her, he beamed. "Mama, my golden queen." Mama hugged him. "My pikin, look at how Lagos has slimmed you." "I'm okay, Mama. Your daughter-in-law is feeding me well." She turned to me. She tries, but try is not do. I just kept smiling. If I open my mouth, thunder will follow. At night, she took the guest room. I stayed up late folding laundry and replaying every word in my head. Dozie came to bed late. "Baby, thank you for taking care of her." "She's your mother. I don't have a choice," she answered. He kissed me and said, "Mama will behave. Just tolerate her small." I closed my eyes and whispered, "From your mouth to God's ear." The next morning around 5:20 a.m., I woke up, stretched and wore my wrapper to start breakfast. But as I walked into the living room, my spirit left my body. There was Mama, squatting on my Persian rug, peeling cocoyam. "Mama, good morning, oh, you're already awake." She didn't look up, just continued slicing, each motion deliberate like a punishment. "Mama, why not use the kitchen now? You stain the rug." She paused, looked at me with full chest. "Is this not my son's house? The air here is better than inside that kitchen. I like this place." "But Mama, don't raise your voice for me. I've been cooking since before you were born." The two chickens were now tied to my dining table legs. I had put them in the balcony cage the night before. Now they were back inside, one already dropping waste beside the chair. Mama, the chickens are inside. They are my chickens. This is my son's house. I stood there, jaw clenched. My blood was hot. Just then, Dozie walked in with his gym bag. What's happening here? Before I could speak, Mama stood up dramatically. See, oh, your wife is shouting at me. She said I should not touch anything, that I'm dirty. Hey! I turned. Mama, when did I? So I'm lying now, eh? I'm lying. Ngwanu, call Amadi on her to judge me. Dozie dropped the bag and rubbed his face. Mama, please now, don't start. I'm not starting, oh. I have already started. Biko, just rest. She didn't mean it like that. He kissed my forehead and left. Mama hissed and returned to the kitchen, barefoot, proud, victorious. Later at breakfast, I made tea and bread. She brought boiled yam and palm oil. Eat this. Bread is not food. No wonder you can't give my son children. I froze. I was like she stabbed me and smiled. In my own kitchen. On a Thursday morning, I said nothing. Not because I couldn't, but because my revenge spirit had woken up. Mama, would you like more hot water? Yes, warm it. Not that microwave nonsense. Use gas. When she went to bed, I struck. I picked her shea butter from her traveling bag. It was thick, pale, and untouched. I mixed it in grounded dry pepper, rub, and a drop of my nail polish remover. Then I stirred it, gently, lovingly, like soup. I returned it where I found it. Then I tiptoed to her handbag and stuffed in all the cocoyam peels from the bin, full clutch of shame. I zipped it back like nothing had happened. Then I sat, changed it to a wrapper, and began whistling. Onye Iromu ga tutu kom kom from one of Mama Neka's cassettes. Mama emerged from the bathroom in her petticoat singing, Ibuchim, oh, Ibuchim. As she rubbed the cream on her face and arms, she paused. Ifa! What is this? Then she started shouting, Chineke ma, oku nerem nihu, meaning my face is burning. She ran to the mirror, slapped her face. Ewo, what is happening? I'm blind. I stood up, rushed to her like a good daughter-in-law. Mama, what is it? What happened? Is it soap? Is it your cream? You poisoned my cream, you witch. Eh? Mama, me? Yes, you. You want to send me to my early grave. Mama, maybe your cream is expired. She slapped her chest. If I die, carry my body to Otukpo. Let my spirit drag you. She stormed into the guest room and banged the door. Later that day, she opened her handbag to find her phone. Cocoyam peels spilled out. Dozie walked in just in time to see her flinch and me snickering. He dropped his laptop bag, stared at us both. Her with a red face and tears. Me with suspicious calm. He didn't say a word. He just entered the bedroom and came back with 2 bags. Mama, Nne, I love you both, but I want peace in my house. He dropped her bag at the door. Then mine. You both can go. Go back when you are ready to behave. You're chasing me, your own mother. You're chasing your wife. Yes, he said, because the two of you, you will burn this house down. And just like that, he pushed us out and closed the door. We just packed our bags, walked out of the street in Surrey and entered the noisy streets of Lagos. It was night. Danfo buses were still shouting, Yaba, Ujoleba, Yanepaja. Men were drinking cold beer and chewing suya on plastic chairs. But Mama and I, we walked in silence. Her wrapper was dragging on the floor. My slippers were already tired. We looked like 2 women returning from war, and we were. We went to Mushi. Mama's cousin, Mama Ifunanya, lived there. She stayed in a face-me-I-face-you compound with her daughter and 2 grandchildren. When she saw us at the door, she opened her eyes wide. Ha! So the wahala has reached here too? What happened again? Did they chase you people out? Mama didn't even answer. We entered the room. The mattress was already full. So she gave us a small mat. We laid it on the cold floor. That night, Mama slept near the wall. I slept near the edge. We didn't talk, not even one word. The next morning, Mama sat outside with her wrapper tightly. She held the church program and used it as a hand fan. She did not greet anybody. She was just talking. So this Lagos, she shouted, no food, no air, everywhere is bad. I came out with my head tie. I sat beside her. I didn't answer her. A neighbor came to greet her. She waved her away. "You people in Lagos have no shame," she said, loud enough for neighbors to hear. I didn't even know it to come and starve in the city. I just kept quiet. Inside me, my chest was hot, but my mouth stayed zip. Mama Ifunanya gave us okpa for lunch. Mama took one bite and threw the rest away. "Hey, which kind of okpa is this? It tastes like cement." Still, I didn't talk. That afternoon, Mama moved my bag from the chair to the floor. "Let me sit down. Or do you want me to lie down like a goat?" I didn't reply. Later, she told the woman in the compound, "This my son's wife. She doesn't greet. She behaves like someone raised by lizards." The woman laughed. I walked away. We spent 3 days in that house. On the third day, everything changed. Mama started coughing. At first, it was small, just a little sound in her throat. But by evening, it became bad. She was holding her chest and bending over. Her skin was hot. Her eyes were red. She looked weak. She couldn't eat. She just lay on the mat, muttering things I didn't understand. "Papa, Papa, I'm coming. My people, I see them." I sat up quickly. "Mama, are you okay?" She didn't answer. Her body was shaking. Mommy Ifunanya got scared. She called Mama other children. None of them picked up. She called her church prayer line. They prayed but didn't come. One neighbor turned to me and said, "You are her daughter-in-law now. What are you doing?" I was still angry. She had insulted me. She had talked bad about me in front of strangers. She had told my husband that I was wicked, that I was a witch. But when I looked at her lying on the floor, sweating and shaking, I saw an old woman, not my enemy, just someone's mother, someone's grandmother. So I stood up. I went inside and changed my clothes. I carried Mama to the hospital. She could not walk by herself, so I held her with both hands. We climbed into a keke napep. I told the driver, "Please take us to General Hospital, fast. Please." Mama kept coughing. She leaned on my shoulder the whole ride. At the hospital, the nurse looked at us. "Do you have card?" I shook my head. "Then go and pay 4,000. I checked my purse. Only 10K was inside. That was the money I had saved to fix my nails and buy a new wig that weekend. But I used it because this was not the time for nails or wigs. They took Mama inside, gave her drip, gave her medicine. They said it was infection and cold and stress, maybe malaria too. I sat beside her on a plastic chair. I held her hand. She was admitted. That night, I didn't sleep. She coughed every 30 minutes, whispering things like, "Cover the pot, don't burn the yam." I wiped her sweat. I used my phone flashlight to check her breathing, praying small prayers in between. Not big ones, just, "God, let her not die like this, please." 3 days passed. Each day I brought her food. She only ate 2 spoons. She hated the rice. "This rice smells like nylon." "Then chew it slowly," I told her. "Your voice still annoys me. You are free to cover your ears." She looked at me. Then just for 1 second, she smiled. Small smile. But I saw it. On the 4th day, the doctor said we could go home. I paid the rest of the hospital bills, called a taxi. We went to Mushin. By the time we got there, someone else was using the mattress. So Mama and I slept on the mat again, just the two of us. That night at 2 a.m., she tapped me. "Nne, wake up." "Mama, are you okay?" "Please help me rub shea butter on my body. My legs are scratching me." I sat up. My eyes were still sleepy. She gave me her small tin of shea butter. This time, there was no pepper in it. No revenge. I rubbed her legs slowly. Her skin was very dry. I rubbed her feet, her knees, and her ankles. She sighed. "Please rub my back too. But don't press it like wrestler." I laughed a little. I rubbed her back. She closed her eyes. She didn't say thank you, but she gave me a small nail cutter and lifted her foot. "My big toe. The nail is disturbing me. Please cut it." I looked at her. "You sure you trust me with this?" "I trust God. Just cut it slowly." I clipped her nails one by one. We said nothing else, but I felt something. It was like all the anger I had in my chest melted away. The next morning, she sat up and drank tea. Lipton tea. "Your okra soup is still watery," she said. I laughed. "Is that your way of saying thank you?" She hissed. "Don't let your head swell." A few days later, my phone rang. It was Dozier. "Hello, how's Mama?" "She's alive, complaining as usual, but she's eating well now." "And you?" "I'm fine." Then Dozier said, "When are you people coming home? Both of you." We packed our bags excitedly. This time I carried Mama's things too. She didn't stop me. In the keke, she looked out the window. This Lagos is still mad. I don't know how people survive, she said. I nodded. When we got to Surulere, Jose was standing outside waiting. He hugged Mama first, then me. I miss both of you, he said. We entered the house. The chickens were gone. The living room was clean. We sat down. He looked at us and said, "Can we have peace now?" Mama shrugged. "Until she behaves herself, oh." I rolled my eyes. "Until you stop tying chickens to my tiny table, oh." We laughed. Small laughter, but it was real. That week, everything changed. Mama ate without talking too much. She allowed me to help her wear her new wig. She gave me her banga soup recipe. I taught her how to use Instagram to check market prices. Jose came home one day and saw me rubbing Mama's feet again. He stood at the door and smiled. Should I clap or kneel? I looked at him. Wash plates. 2 weeks later, Mama said she was returning to Nnewi. She had done enough city life. Jose helped her pack. We bought her malt, indomie and milk for the road. As the bus parked, she pulled Jose like she was going to war. Then she turned to me. She didn't hug me. She just looked at me and said, "If you ever put pepper in my cream again, I will report you to my ancestors." I smiled. "Then stop using my lavender shower to wash your petticoats." She laughed. Real laughter this time. Then she touched my hand. "You're a good wife," she said. That night after dinner, Dozie and I sat on the balcony. He put his arm around me. "So, Peace, is this you? You and my mother are very much alike. And maybe that's why I got attracted to you." I smiled and hugged him back. Some people say sorry with words. Others say sorry by giving you their foot and a nail cutter. That night I rubbed Mama's back and trimmed her toes. Something changed. She didn't say sorry. I didn't beg for it, but somehow we stopped fighting. We are still two stubborn women, but now we learn to live at peace with each other. And that is enough. The end. Sometimes peace doesn't start with a big apology. Sometimes it starts with silence, a shared mat on a cold floor, or a tired old woman handling you a nail cutter at 2 a.m. This story wasn't just about a wife and her mother-in-law. It was about learning to care for someone even when they don't clap for you. It was about dropping pride, dropping brooms, and choosing peace instead of power. If you've ever had someone in your life who tested your patience, or someone you fought with but couldn't walk away from, let this story remind you, sometimes the people who are hardest to love are the ones who need it the most. If this story touched you, do one small thing for me. Like this video so more people can hear about it. Drop a comment. What would you have done if you were the wife? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that feel like real life. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.